Lion's Teeth blog, and this is Stoppage Time for July 7th, 2016. In this issue, the sky is falling, maybe. OCSC lays an egg versus Dallas. The MLS club fires Coach Heath. And Kaka is out Friday for the match versus Houston Dynamo. Alright, first, the ugly news. OCSC played their most uninspired match of the season against Dallas on Monday night, Independence Day, and they lost 4-0. Kaka left the match at halftime with a reported calf strain. Reported. Dallas outshot Orlando City 19-3 en route to the clean sheet win, and the match was not even as close as the scoreline indicated. The lads looked lethargic, they looked uninspired, they looked, well, quite frankly, a few of them just looked lazy out there on Monday night. That I cannot sugarcoat it at all. They just looked bad. And perhaps their performance led in part to the big shocking news that broke last night, which is that Orlando City has fired Coach Adrian Heath. Now, last week I mentioned in the midweek update that the midseason MLS transfer window opened this week and that it could be a lot more changes than just the departure of Adrian Venter. I was not expecting that to include firing of the coach. Of course, I wasn't expecting such an awful performance against Dallas either, even though Dallas is a great team and now they are leading the Supporters' Shield for the most points of any team in the league. Now, one thing you can say is that this change does not seem inconsistent with competing visions inside the club. Now, what I mean is, ever since last offseason when they let go Paul McDonough and had the experiment, if you will, with the fella from Portugal, it's obvious that there's two schools of thought within the Orlando City front office. One is to grow the club with young talent. The other is to go out and buy veteran players. They signed Nocerino in the offseason, and until now, the developing talent and the youth talent that we have brought in has seemed to be superior to the big names on the team. Just saying, you look at the production of goal scoring from a guy like Kyle Larin, Rookie of the Year last year, versus Kaka. You also have to look at Kevin Molino, who is a developed player that's been with us since USL days, versus the influence of Nocerino on the match. Alright, so I'm just saying that so far it seemed like talent we have developed from youth or talent that we have brought in as young players seems to be better for us than big name talent that we go out and spend a lot of money on. Now, I will be very interested to see how the players respond during the interim and after the new coach is hired. Speaking of the interim coaches, those include assistant Bobby Murphy and OCB headman Anthony Pulis. Now, some outlets that I've seen today, and I'm recording this on July 7th, so it's the same day of the news being broken. Some outlets report that Orlando City plans to name a new head coach before the end of this month. So hold on to your seatbelts. There's definitely more changes coming. And finally, there's some sad news, more sad news on the pitch, which is that Kaka is out for the match versus Houston. Now, the MLS team will host Houston Dynamo tomorrow night, July 8th at Camping World Stadium. Good news if you follow statistics. Houston enters the match with only 17 points and having a 4-8-5 record. Orlando City, on the other hand, we're coming into the match with 20 points and a 4-4-8 record. So they are taking a lot of close games and converting those into losses, we are taking a lot of close games and converting those into draws. So at least we're getting points they aren't. So we'll just have to see how this all plays out. Now, a win could put Orlando City back above the line in the Eastern Conference table to make the playoffs. And we have only faced Houston one time in MLS play, and that was last year, where Orlando City recorded their first ever road win at Houston. I believe it was the second match of the season in 2015. All right, so there you go. Thanks so much for watching. I appreciate those of you who have started watching these midweek video segments, and I hope you're finding them useful. If you have any questions, please send those questions via Twitter to @LionsTeethBlog, and I will try to answer them in future video segments. All right, take care, everybody. Hope to see you all out at the match tomorrow night versus Houston, and don't forget that the Pride are also in action this weekend on Sunday at 5. They're playing the Boston Breakers. So, see you around the pitch. Bye-bye.